Welcome to New Chapel. I hope you're having a great day. And our devotional this week includes a bit of Star Wars deals. So, hey, can't go wrong with Star Wars, right? So, day 3, The Pressure of Prophecy by Eric Anderson from 42, Discovering Faith Through Fandom. Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. Luke 22:42. Some think it was only his love for Padme that made Anakin turn to the dark side of the Force. You could also argue that it was power alone, with that attachment as a chance to use the power. I wonder if there was another aspect, though. At one point in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan tells Anakin, "You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them." He was referring to a prophecy that someone would bring balance to the Force. Anakin had been trained with knowledge of this prophecy, perhaps once in a while being told he was supposed to fulfill it and save everything. Could you handle that pressure? Would you crack under it and seek the power of the dark side, especially if you thought your wife was going to die? Jesus had a lot of pressure on him. His name means God saves, and he knew what he was supposed to do. Why else would he be in such pain in Gethsemane as he prayed before being arrested? His goal was to take all the sin of the universe throughout all time and space on his shoulders, to take all that punishment. He had been offered a way out about 3 years earlier. "Serve me," said Lucifer, after Jesus had been fasting for 40 days when his body was weak. He offered to give the whole world to Jesus. But Jesus knew there was a different plan in the works, a way to save the world, not just control it. Several times he tried to tell his disciples about the plan. "We are going up to Jerusalem, and everything that is written by the prophets about the Son of Man will be fulfilled. He will be handed over to the Gentiles. They will mock him, insult him, spit on him, flog him, and kill him." Luke 18:31 and 32. This doesn't sound like a fun plan, does it? What had the prophets said? Jesus was going to fulfill the role of the suffering servant. He grew up before him like a tender shoot, like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and familiar with suffering. Like one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he took up our infirmities and carried our sorrows, yet we considered him stricken by God, smitten by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. Isaiah 53, verses 2 through 5. The good news, the gospel, the exciting thing is, Jesus did not crack. All that pressure, all that suffering. The crucifixion was such a painful form of death. So painful they created a new word to describe the pain, the basis of our word, excruciating. Jesus endured it. Hebrews 12:2 and 3 tell us, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." Consider him. Think about him. Remember Jesus as you go through each day, each painful, difficult, dreary day. Are you willing to trust someone who endured painful torture for you? Quest of the day. Think about the pressures you face each day, the big ones and the little ones. Pray and ask Jesus for help. Ask him for wisdom, strength, and mercy. Mention each issue and ask for specific help with it. Secondly, think about someone who is under a lot of pressure. Send them a note of encouragement. Pray for them. Okay, so that's today's devotional from 42, Discovering Faith Through Fandom. So events coming up, the February Nerd Chapel Game Day, the first Nerd Chapel Game Day of 2023 will be February 25th, noon to 5 at All Souls Wesleyan Church, just playing tons of great board games. Come on out. A couple weeks after that, March 11th, is MuskyCon, one of my favorite conventions. It's just a small one-day con, but it is so fun. Right in downtown Muskegon. This year we'll be at the new convention center in Muskegon. So that's exciting. Next, all these conventions take money. And so that's why I have a Patreon. Patreon is a site for crowdfunding that will enable patrons to support writers, artists, musicians, podcasters, creators of all kinds. So look up patreon.com/nerdchapel if you want to support this. Of course, look Nerd Chapel up on Facebook and Instagram. Check out our website, nerdchapel.com. And again, come to our game day on February 25th at All Souls Wesleyan. Come find me at MuskyCon on March 11th. And there's other cons coming out throughout the year. So I hope to see you face-to-face sometime, and I hope you're having an amazing day.